and weird things happen when that when I forget to plug it in. So I just started over. But anyway, welcome to the show. Today, we're not going to just be jamming games. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. There was a bunch of tournaments that happened over the weekend. We had a bunch of freaking Planetary qualifiers. There's 13 in total, but there's a few of them that we don't have the results for yet because I don't think they finished. They're happening right now. And then there were 3 big tournaments at SCG CON. We had a 1K on Friday, a 2K on Saturday, and I believe there's a 1K going on currently. I was looking at the Melee results, and I think they're in top 8, could be in the finals. But for some reason, I didn't see the results. Might not be updated because I haven't seen the stream up. So I don't know what's going on there. But we're going to talk about the results of these events. We're going to talk about the different meta we're seeing, the different decks that are popping up. This is an important time. This is the first big wave of Planetary qualifiers for set 3. And yeah, I'm excited to dive in and see what this is all about. Swifty, what's up, dude? I also want to just give a big ol' shout out to everybody that's been subscribing lately. I had like a huge influx of subscribers from my 1K video, and I really appreciate that. It's been really cool to see that people have been enjoying the streams for one, and people have been enjoying the content that I'm making. I think that's really amazing. I really appreciate you guys. Anyway, here were the Planetary qualifiers that happened over the weekend. Okay, Barcelona. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Iowa, Wisconsin, Nebraska, North Dakota, Illinois, Vegas. Bunch that happened yesterday, and there are a few of these still going on, actually. So the first one that kind of finished up, Barcelona. We had a Sabine ECL took it. And if we actually look at I'm going to close out of these. I want to go over the Planetary qualifiers first, and then we can talk about SCG. Sabine everywhere. Exactly, Swifty. I saw a lot of Sabines in top 8s. It looks like they ended with a record of 7-2. Interesting games record. It's pretty split. They went to a lot of games of 3, it seems like. Wow, this seems like a solid tournament. Nobody just straight up dominated, it seemed like. But here, yeah, we had Judit Rebels. 7-2 this Sabine went. And I kind of want to just take a look at their list. And I saw this a little bit earlier. Ayla Sakura is very interesting here. I think I actually really like it. I think she's a great energy conversion lab target. I think Darksaber. Sabines were getting away from Darksaber, but when I play against Sabine, I'm like praying to the SWU gods that they don't have the Darksaber. So I think it was interesting that a lot of Sabines were getting away from it. So it makes sense to me to see it here. One thing about Sabine, and the reason I think there should be more Sabines, is Sabine's hardest matchup was Boba. Okay? Boba got banned, right? Sabine didn't need anything from set 3 to become one of the most improved decks just based off their hardest matchup getting banned, right? And I think that's the same with Han Yellow. Han Yellow didn't really need to make many changes, if at all, and they're still one of the best decks. Their hardest matchup got banned. Boba got banned. And so I think Sabine and Han, we're going to see a lot of. And we do see a lot of in these results. I also want to point out, I'm not making that assertion in hindsight after seeing these results. In my Memphis PQ video where I talked with my buddies Ethan and Nick about their results, how they did, and kind of the end of the set 2 meta. We talked about kind of leading into set 3, what we expect to see. I want to say those predictions were in that video before set 3 even came underway. I was expecting Sabine and Han to be like 2 of the best decks in the game right now, just because Boba got banned. You don't even need any set 3 cards. For real, honestly, like it's crazy what just your worst matchup getting banned can do, right? I really am interested in this Django Blue that got second. So it seemed like Sabine and Django in the final, right? This deck is first of all, it's crazy. We got we got Street Gang Recruiter. We got the Out of Aspect Tech. I'm so curious about this list. I'm so curious about how this went. And I imagine Sabine is just a horrible matchup for this because Sabine is so fast. I don't really see much of a way for this deck to win. We're going to see a similar list later on, another blue-yellow list that did really well. That's something I want to actually jump to. But this was a very interesting spread here. We had, well, besides the 3 Sabine ECLs, right? Besides the 3 Sabine ECLs, Alp Green, he's been pretty dominant. I feel like he had a lot of good things come out in set 3 to improve the list. Django Tarkentown, we've been seeing this pop up, right? 2 of those, 3 Sabine ECLs, and then a Cassian Yellow. Are you kidding me? Cassian Yellow. That's pretty wild. Squeaking into top 8. This is nuts. 3 ground units in this Cassian list. Oh yeah, the K2s. Literally only K2s are the ground units. Yeah, this is interesting. I love to see Cassian. I mean, it's probably better to just play Sabine, right? I feel like there's no advantage to playing Cassian instead of Sabine. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, there's a leader in the red slot that's just strictly better for this type of game plan. But props to them for making it to top 8 with a with a Cassian list. That's pretty dope. Cassian's cool, but yeah, I'm sure if he was running Sabine, he would have been a lot more successful. Maybe he would have pushed a couple slots or something. B Danger, a lot of Saboteur. That could be it, huh? Oh yeah, Cassian has Saboteur. Cassian has Saboteur. Breaking in. Yeah, Saboteur might be a difference maker here. I'm curious. I want to see some of these games, you know? But we don't have any games from this. So, next PQ is Toulouse. I don't want to say that. It's in France. But completely different top 8, right? Like, you look at this, it's like super aggro. You got the Django's. 5 lists are like pure aggro here. 6 lists with the Cassian. This is very aggressive in Barcelona. And then you go to France and it's like super grindy here. We have a few aggro decks. We got one Sabine ECL. On yellow, you could probably consider aggro, depending on the list, especially if they go rebels. So yeah, this is quite an aggressive list. They got the Rogue Operative, 3 Falcons. Yeah, this is definitely an aggressive style Han. I wouldn't consider it an aggro deck though. But we got these green decks at the top here. This Kira green and Boss green. I think it's also interesting to see this breakdown of the tournament, where there were 8 Cad Bane Tarkin Towns, 6 Sabine ECLs, and honestly, for 62 players, that's pretty spread out. It is crazy to see 8 Cad Bane Tarkin Towns, though. I am kind of stoked to not see much Dark Vador. That's pretty funny. Dark Vador ECL. I'm pretty stoked to see not many other types of Cad Bane. No Cad Bane ECL. I like to see that. Means people won't expect it when I show up. But yeah, it's cool to see completely different top 8s from the different PQs. You know, Boss Blue, we can expect to see that. Cad Bane Tarkin Town, Han Yellow, 2 Han Yellows. Boss Green and Kira Green, those are interesting. I think Boss Green, I've found, is one of my harder matchups. Funny enough, any green deck that could just ramp harder than me, I find to be pretty difficult. So even Kira Green, I need more reps into both of these. Specifically Kira, though. I think Kira is going to be pretty scary. And I think the main weaknesses Kira will have are like, you know, obviously I'm curious to see how the Sabine matchups went, because Sabine ECL's a really tough match. But also the control style decks that could just kind of go over the top of Kira Green. But then again, Kira has access to things like Relentless and Palp's Return, which kind of just shut down really hard control. But yeah, this is interesting spread here. Let me check out this list. This is the list at 1. And pretty standard Kira style list, to be honest. They have Relentless in the sideboard, Palp's Return, like I said, those are good against the control match. But yeah, this guy dominated. He went 6-0 in Swiss, it looks like. So he went completely undefeated. That's pretty nuts, actually. That's pretty nuts. I think the Kira Greens are especially going to start feasting on these Cad Bane Tarkin Towns. I think that's what they're really for. All these Tarkin Town decks, it seems like Kira can just kind of shut those guys down. That's probably exactly what happened. That's probably exactly what happened here. But yeah, definitely interesting. I think Kira Green is very strong. Iowa, we had Han Yellow taking it. And again, very different top 8. We have a Django ECL. Oh my gosh. Django ECL. I wish we had that list. All we have is the Sage Red. It's very space heavy, this is Sage Red. I looked at it earlier. Krennic ECL, Kira Green. Very similar style list. Sabine ECL, Quinlan Tarkentown. Palp Blue and Django ECL are probably 2 of the sneakier decks here. Like all these other ones you kind of expect to see in top cuts. Maybe this Sage Red isn't, though. This is This list is actually very interesting. I need just to look at this. Very very space heavy. Obviously, the yellow red villain is like incredible in space. You got Triple Dark Ray, you got Ruthless Raider, very good in space. But they're also running a Zuckuss with no Forlom, and that is super interesting. I know Zuckuss is just a beast of a unit, even without Forlom, but without ECL, it seems interesting. I don't know. Maybe he just wanted some big boy units. Savage, I love to see in a deck. I wonder how useful this actually ended up being. So it looks like this deck wants to just spam units and kind of go wide. Yeah, this is very interesting. They're going kind of Imperial. They got some Underworld. Very, very interesting list. The Force Throws obviously is great with Asajj. That's kind of nuts. I'm super curious how these games went, you know? I love this list. You're going to see an Asajj. I think red is really strong. In general, red-yellow villain is strong no matter what leader you're playing. Similar style. I wish we had this Django ECL list. I'm so curious about that. Love it. Love to see the yellow villainy ECL. Oh, look at that. My video is recommended here. Nice. Go check that out if you haven't already. Wisconsin. A little bit, actually much more aggressive in Wisconsin. This one had 79 players. That's another thing to keep in mind, is a lot of these had like a lot less players than the first round of, like the first set of PQs from last set, from set 2, back in like October, November. We had a lot more players per PQ, I feel like. So maybe we'll see these numbers go up as more PQs start to get played, but it seems like less of a showing on these. Yeah, much more aggressive. Krennic ECL. We had Quinlan Tarkentown taking it. I really think this is an amazing deck, and it definitely has legs to win stuff like this. On yellow, we're seeing again Sabine yellow. First time we've seen that. Sabine ECL. So a lot of these we're actually starting to see multiple of, right? Now, Nebraska. This is one of the main ones I want to talk about because of this right here. Cad Bane Blue. This is a friend of mine. This is Ethan. He's an amazing player. He's been playing yellow-blue villain pretty much since set 1. It started with, you know, full mill plan. Then it kind of evolved. I actually talked with him in my Memphis PQ video. The long one, but it was a couple videos ago. Yeah, Ethan, he talks about his run as with Boba Blue in the Memphis PQ from last set. And since Boba got banned, he had to switch it up, and he's starting to play Cad Bane Blue. Now, another friend of mine right here. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Eekfoil in the chat. You guys might see him pop up in stream. Eekfoil. And you might see Phenom pop up in the stream. That's Ethan right here. But yeah, Nick's a very, very good Han Yellow player. And it's really freaking funny. We talked about it in the Memphis PQ video, but they're good friends. And they have a, you know, rivalry at these tournaments. The last PQ they went to, Nick absolutely dominated. He was undefeated all the way to finals, and they played in the semifinals. Nick knocked Ethan out. But this event, it was Ethan's turn on his Cad Bane Blue. And his list is very, very cool. I'm obsessed with it. I don't personally like blue very much, but I have mad respect for this. If I were to ever run blue, it would probably be in this style. He goes with a lot of units. He plays a very like mid-range type of game up until maybe he has to mill, right? I'm hoping to get a video in with Ethan to really dive into this and dive into his run, but he absolutely dominated, and yeah, I'm so stoked for him. I think it's amazing. I love to see that he was, able to build this out and just get a win with it like this, He's a great deck builder, very innovative list. We really haven't seen anything like this yet, right? Like, at least piloted successfully. But he's a great player, and he knows his list like the back of his hand. He's been working on this forever. But yeah, I'm stoked. This is sweet. Yeah, I hope we can dive in more to this. Eventually, I want to get a video in with him. But yeah, he took the Nebraska PQ. Kira Green got second. They actually had a really close finals. I was getting like text message updates. I didn't get to see it, but I was just getting the updates from some friends, and they went to game 3, and it basically, one of their games was decided off of mill, and the last game went to time and was decided by base HP, I believe. That's what happened. And because his deck is actually more aggressive than most yellow blue decks, that's what got him the win. He was able to force Kira to have more damage on base, and that's kind of nuts that he could kind of like shift to a more aggressive game plan, right? Because if you're paired against Kira Green, you're not going to want to go late game, right? You're playing a lot of your blue events. You don't want them to drop a Relentless and just kind of win the late game. So he could kind of sneak underneath a Kira Green and take the win that way. So that's really interesting. First Ray Tarkentown we've seen in Top Cut, as well as the first Anakin we've seen in Top Cut. Palpatine ECL as well. We saw Palpatine Green earlier, but no ECL. I think Palpatine ECL is super sick. I really like the inclusion of ECL. That's awesome. Then we got North Dakota, another Boss Green. I'm very surprised at how much Boss Green is here, especially because it's straight up a set 2 deck. There is nothing from set 3 that Boss Green wants, and I think that's crazy. We didn't see this much Boss Green last set, so I'm interested to kind of understand how that's happening. I wonder if Bosk just has a really good matchup into these Tarkentown decks. It looks like there's a lot of Tarkentown decks up here, so I'm thinking Boss Green might just match really, really well into those. It's Crate, to be honest. Yeah, but Crate didn't do anything last set. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to me that like now all of a sudden Boss Green and Crate Dragon are like incredible. I mean, they are incredible, but we didn't see anything like this from last set, really. But that's awesome. Good for this Boss Green player, and he beat an Anakin Blue. But yeah, North Dakota. Now we got a Quinlan ECL taking our first item yellow in top. Again, Sabine ECL, Han Green, the first Han Green we've seen. We're seeing a pattern here with Sabine. Lots of Sabine again, right? I think Sabine ECL is one of the best decks, and it's really, you really have to plan accordingly to be able to beat this thing. I'm interested in checking out this Quinlan deck, though. Quinlan ECL. Yeah, nothing here really surprises me. I guess the early game is really interesting with the Gamorrean Retainer and the Frontline Shuttle. Um, Clear the field. Choose a non-leader unit that costs 3 or less. So clear the field is interesting. I wonder what that's for. I wonder if it's just like a cheap waylay. To just clear an early target. Because you don't even need it to bounce more than one target. You could just have it bounce one, you know? But yeah, this is interesting. This is very interesting. The Cobb Vanth as a 3 of. Probably wanting to get out those R2s to fix your hand appropriately. You can get out L3. A lot of 2-cost Gamorrean Retainer to save you. Yeah, he's running a lot of 2-costs, so Cobb Vanth actually makes sense. And it's probably one of his ECL targets, honestly. Ideally, he's probably looking to ECL Ayla Sakura, but Cobb Vanth isn't a bad ECL target either, especially against aggro. I think Cloud Rider pairs really well with Cobb Vanth as well against aggro. But yeah, he probably doesn't need that in this list. Even so against Sabine ECL, even a turn 1 Battlefield Marine, I'm finding that the turn 1 ECL is actually pretty nice. Millennium Falcon's a good ECL target. Peacekeepers, a lot of good 3-cost ECL targets. And then obviously the Ayla Sakura. But I really love the General's Blade on Quinlan idea. I think that's really cool. And I think that's the closest thing we have to like a Boba style game plan. Right? So the style here is just play a bunch of cheap units, go really wide, right? No U-wing reinforcements in the main board. Probably just go wide so naturally that you don't even need them. But one in the sideboard. And I'm absolutely shocked by no Han Solos in the main board. I think Han Solo is the best Quinlan Voss unit. I mean, I guess Plo Koon and Ayla Sakura also can ambush in for 7, so it's not that crazy, but Han Solo is so good. I guess I'm thinking more Quinlan Red, because Red doesn't get ECL, so you don't really have the Ayla Sakura option, and they kind of need Han in Red. But this is cool. I like the list. I like Quinlan, and I like green. So pretty cool. Han Green. I wish I could see that list. I'm super curious about Han Green. Bunch of Sabines. Now Vegas. Iden Blue. I don't know personally, but I heard some bad things about this player. I don't know if you guys. There was a Facebook post going around in the group. I don't know if any of you guys saw that, but I'm actually really disappointed that this guy won because of the things I heard. So I'm not going to talk about Iden Blue too much. But Palp Yellow, that's the first Palp Yellow we've seen in the top cut. The Greg guy. Yes. Yes. That's absolutely insane, dude. Absolutely insane. Fucking Greg. But I guess he was just a real piece of shit. Kira ECL, as opposed to 30 HP. Another Han Green. Yeah, Han in any flavor is solid. That might be almost just as many Han Greens we've seen as Han Yellows. But I'm curious about this Palp Yellow list. I really want to see it because if you were watching the streams prior to me finding Cat ECL as my kind of main man, I was really going hard on Palp Yellow. That was kind of the first list I really was like deck building for in set 3, and I really liked it, but it just got blown out by aggro. And even like these Target Town decks could pose a threat if they go really aggressive, right? So kind of got off of it, but I'm still very curious about it, you know? 3rd through 8th, did they just like split pricing or something? What happened here? They didn't even play it out? That's weird. Anyway, I'm not going to harp too much on that. PQ Torino in Italy. First place was Sabine ECL. Sabine ECL tearing it up. We got Han yellows, and we have a Hondo yellow. Interesting. I wonder if it's similar to my buddy Ethan's list. Because that's a blue yellow, right? Hondo yellow. I'm very curious about that. Hope I don't see that Greg guy at Pasadena this week. He's supposed to be playing. He plays around Pasadena, right? Maybe you'll see him. Put him in his place with Bosk Blue. Another Palp Yellow and a Fennec Tarkentown. Fennec Tarkentown, I really wish we could see this list. Fennec can be extremely aggressive, and just red-yellow in general is just super, super good lately, especially with like the aggressive space game plan. It could be similar to like a Sabine or a Quinlan red, right? Just that hero red-yellow. He's an LA store owner? Oh no. Way to represent your store, bud. Oh my god, that's terrible. But, yeah, 2 Han Yellows here. Han Yellow and Sabine CL are very, very common in these top 8s. And there's actually video of this. I might check that out. There's video of this one as well. And of this one. I definitely want to check those games out. At least just the finals. This one, 2 Han Yellows, a Han Yellow mirror in the final, and a freaking Han Yellow in top 8. Another Palpatine Yellow. We're starting to see that a lot as well. The light in Ontario, actually. Reddit thread has the T. Oh, interesting. This Greg guy is becoming pretty infamous in the TCG community, it seems. So not many deck lists available here, but more Han Yellow. It's kind of crazy. This is a 116 player event too, and Han Yellow just kind of tore it up. These PQs have yet to be finished. I'm assuming we'll get the results tomorrow, fully. And that's it for PQs. Now, I kind of want to run through the SCG events as well. The first day of SCG CON Atlanta was a 1K. I actually watched a little bit of this. I watched... I watched the winner of this play in the semifinals against the Han Yellow. I think he was the winner. Yes, Soldak. That's, what's his name? What's his name, dude? From Bothan Network. He's the guy from Bothan Network. He's on Sabine ECL. He was able to beat a Django Tarkentown in top 8, and then he beat a Han Yellow, which are 2 actually really hard matchups for Sabine. So I was impressed. It was really cool watching him kind of just dominate top 8 here. But Sabine ECL mirror in the finals. Classic. And then a Han Yellow. Another Ray Tarkentown. That's the second one in top 8. We've seen some Anakin Blues around. And then, you know, Django Tarkentown, Quinlan Tarkentown. And the second Palp Blue we've seen. We're starting to see more of those as well. Palpatine is just a really strong leader right now. He does really well into these like mid-range decks. But I think he really struggles against Han. Han's in a good spot. And of course he struggles against Sabine. Sabine can just feast on Palpatine. So this is actually the bracket here. Frank Myers, that's his name. Yeah, he did really, really well here. So he beat Tyler as Django Tarkentown, and he also beat Alex playing Han Yellow. So that was really, really interesting. And then this Sabine didn't have an easy time getting up there either. They fought Quinlan Tarkentown, who was the second seed in the tournament. Wow. And then the Ray Tarkentown, who was the third seed. Damn, that Sabine had the freaking come up. 7th seed beats the 2 and the 3. That's pretty awesome to see. And then the 5 seed beats the 4 and the 1. That's pretty that's pretty wild. All these games were good. Yeah, I only watched the Frank Myers versus Alex. It was the only game I was able to catch live. But yes, Frank Myers is very good. All those Boston Network guys. They had a good showing at SCG. Because as we'll see, Chris here was Boston Network as well. The Ray, and then KTOD. What is MCG? I don't know MCG. So this is a showdown. I don't really care about that. It seems like they went ham for this showdown. This is actually such a sick showdown. Looks like they had some sort of venue here. But yeah, people dressed up. This looks like I want to go here. You know what I mean? They had like a band. What, like, for a showdown? That is so fucking sick. Like, this store knows how to do it. Shout out to Santa Greek Cafe. Like, they know how to fucking run a tournament. It was a showdown. Arkin Blue, interesting. Anyway, I just thought this was cool seeing these pictures. I'm like, a showdown? That seems so sick. Then day 2, it was Revenge of the Han Yellows. We had a Han Yellow mirror in the finals. And I didn't catch this game, but I do want to watch some of these final matches. And I know one of these Django Tarkentowns was Bobby Sapphire. So I don't think he made it to top 8 day 1, but day 2 he did. Oh, I actually watched his game against one of these Han Yellows. That was actually really good. But Han Yellow does really well into Django, it feels like. Both those playing Han are really good. Yes, I watched... One of them is like Lego Pizza, right? I think it's both the Bothan guys here. But, yeah, cool to see. And we actually have videos of this stuff. This is the day 1 1K. So this is the one where Sabine kind of made it through. Oh, actually, this is an interesting game. Sabine versus Han Yellow. But we have a better one in the top 8. So this is top 8. Anakin, Han Yellow. Anakin into Han Yellow just seems miserable. This is the game I saw. Was Alex the Greatest versus Frank Myers. The Han Yellow versus Sabine ECL. And this game went to 3. Both games, the it seemed like Alex was really going for the aggro game plan. It seemed like he was just trying to, kill Sabine before trading any units. Frank Myers was playing this trading units, and I think that's how Sabine needs to play it. Sabine's kind of like the mid-range deck in this matchup, as silly as that sounds. But Frank Myers played it perfectly. And traded units when he needed to, and just kind of got to the end game state where he was just kind of in a dominant position. Let's see if we can see some of these end game states. Yeah, like look at this. He just traded units until he could build his board. He's got Sabine. What's this guy called? Peacekeeper, Sundari Peacekeeper, and a Poe. And yeah, this is where he ends up kind of taking it. I do want to see this Sabine mirror match in the finals, though. I kind of want to watch all the finals of these. But yeah, let me know if the YouTube audio is a little too loud for you guys.
Yeah, they're trying to kick everybody out that's not playing. I'm just gonna keep sitting here and see what happens because we want to bring these finals. Voice like
They're observing deck lists. I'm curious how this match went,
The camera just moved.
because the Sabine mirror is, to me, it seems miserable. Any aggro mirror like this or like the hard control mirror just seem absolutely abysmal to me. But the casters were talking earlier about how they actually like. I'm probably gonna mute them, actually. Sorry. The casters were talking earlier about how Frank Myers actually loves the Sabine mirror. And I wonder if that's a sentiment that other Sabine players hold, or if that's just, you know, a Frank thing. Okay, so I missed the first play here. Oh, he ECL'd right away. He ECL'd the, wow. And that's crazy because, yeah, Frank is just hella good on it. Yeah, that must be it, huh? Like, if you're good in the mirror, like, you're gonna love the mirror, right? This is actually a very important play here. I try to do this in my games as the ECL player. I try to ECL turn 1, and I find a lot of success with that, whether it be a mercenary gunship, a cartel spacer into their turn 1 A-wing, or on the ground, a crafty smuggler, or a Greedo even, or just Greedo McClunky, anything to just kill their turn 1 play and leave me with a unit or something like that. Like, that's a big swing. And but in the Sabine mirror, then it's like, okay, you lost your ECL, you can't ECL Poe, you can't ECL Wrecker. Now Frank's gonna have that play, right? So a little bit of give and take there. I wonder how this will actually play out. I wonder if that'll bite him in the ass later. So we got the Sundari. Did he daring raid or something? Oh, he ECL'd his Sundarian. Wow. Okay, so they both just immediately used their ECL the first chance they got. I'm very curious about that. That's kind of nuts. I hope you guys don't mind if I just kind of skip around a little bit while they're thinking. Just kind of skip 10 seconds or so. Looks like we're going to have the Sabine flip right away. Is he basically saying, hey, I have a Darksaber? That's usually what that means, right? And he's not afraid to get ECL'd here. There's really nothing Frank can do to respond to that. If he has the Darksaber, he's gonna get the Darksaber. What does he have in his hand? K2. Looks like a Poe. And like a medal ceremony or something? No Darksaber. I wonder if Blake has the Darksaber. So Frank's thinking, goes to base. And he does have the Darksaber. Oh, that's a Jedi lightsaber. Ooh. You know, Jedi lightsaber is actually very interesting. I was playing in a local event at one of our local shops, and somebody I matched into the finals against, my buddy Josh, he's running Sabine ECL, and he had Jedi lightsabers instead of Darksaber. And the way he explained it, he was like, yeah, I can play a Jedi lightsaber on my turn 1 unit, on turn 2, and a lot of decks will have trouble dealing with that. And I think that's very valid. He played General's Blade and Darksaber. Interesting. Yeah, this guy Blake, it seems like the guy I played against locally had a very similar list because he was also running those clone troopers there. Damn, General's Blade and Darksaber. I wonder. And Frank's just filling the board. He's just going wide. We got 2 Battle of the Marines, a Sundari Peacekeeper, and a Sabine. That's not a bad response. Hey, you're going to put an equipment on, and I'm just going to play 2 units. Wow. I don't know how, without ECL, I don't know how Sabine can deal with Sabine with a lightsaber. I think the only real way to do it is ECL a big unit in, right? So I think he just claimed he didn't even get an attack in with his Sabine, but maybe this Rebel Assault will deal with it. Maybe he's going to send 2 units into Sabine. That's interesting right there. You never see Rebel Assault be used to attack units, right? Only in the mirror. Yeah, he's trading his 2 Battlefield Marines. That's awesome. That's 8 damage. That does it. That is sweet right there. Yeah, that is sweet right there. I haven't seen this game yet, so if you think I like pre-watched it to get those predictions. That's funny though. So the clone is going to finish off the Sundari Peacekeeper, and then Sabine's going to finish off the clone. So this just seems like a slugfest, right? They're just trading back and forth. I love these types of games. I love these types of games. This is the way Star Wars Unlimited was meant to be played. Just freaking slamming units at each other, attacking each other. I love it. None of this blue garbage. Just pure aggro. Yeah, Swifty. Yeah. None of this Bosk Blue nonsense with your merciless contest, power the dark side spam. I just realized they both have a Showcase Sabine. That's pretty dope. So it looks like, okay, General's Blade on the Sundari Peacekeeper. Looks like Frank going wide might benefit him greatly here. They're at the 6 resource turn, so we could start seeing wreckers. Whoever can get a wrecker down first can take over this game, I think. Oh, Frank's got nothing. He's got the Saboteur Rebel and Metal Ceremony. Kira Green seems cool. Haven't lost a game yet playing it today. Oh, you've been playing Kira Green. Okay. I love Kira Green. Wait. What the hell happened? Wait. Oh, okay. So Frank is conceding because the Sundari Peacekeeper is just going to swing in for 6. 4, 6. And he's at 16. So I don't think he can't stop. Yeah, so that's why he revealed his hand. He's saying, I can't stop your units. Yeah. Dang, so Blake actually takes game 1 here. So sideboard comes in. It looks like he sideboarded in a few cards. Pile shuffling. Good move. Let's see what they do. Looks like Blake's mulliganing. And we're ready for turn 1. Let's go. I like watching games like this. Dude, I'm stoked to... Swifty, I need you to get good with Kira Green because I need reps against it. I need reps against it bad. I think Kira Green is one of the best decks to play against my deck. Roger. Okay, it's funny. I'm looking at this chat here, thinking that it's mine. Too many chats. Okay, I kind of missed the first few turns, but turn one, nothing, pretty standard. Ooh, big boy R2 coming in for the kill. Just trading. He's got the red 3 down. Going into turn 3. We're on the Sabine turn. This is probably the most interesting turn of the matchup, right? The biggest turn. If you can get a lightsaber on your Sabine, I think whoever gets the lightsaber on Sabine can kind of just take it. That's what we saw last game. That's just a lot of damage. But they both saved their ECL this time. So they're going to have that Poe or Wrecker answer. Is my voice volume too loud, guys? Is it clipping or anything? Just let me know. Mic is fine. Okay, sweet. Thanks, Swifty. Yeah. Neither of them are using it. Frank just did there, but it makes sense, honestly, though. You want to kind of get board control, I feel like, here. Because you're not really like an aggro deck anymore. It's kind of like a mid-range battle at this point, you know? Like two mid-range decks facing each other. That's what kind of makes this matchup so interesting. Blake's off to a... Oh my god. Are we sure Frank wins this? Holy shit. Yeah, I bet we're going to see some... Ooh, the Disabling Fang. That's huge. I bet that was a sideboard. I bet we're going to see some U-Wing reinforcements come out of the side. Yeah, more top-end stuff for sure. Okay, so his Sabine is going to go base. Frank's Sabine's going to go base as well. We got a race, folks. We got a race here. What's R2 going to do? Oh, he just passes. He claims. Okay. 5 resources is very interesting for Sabine. We could see a Poe. If either of them has an ECL Poe this turn, they're just going to wipe the board. ECL into Sabine, deal 2 damage to the Fang Fighter, or the opposite, ECL into Sabine, 2 damage into R2. Whoever has that ECL Poe first can kind of wipe them out. I guess if they both ECL Poe, they would just wipe each other out, right? Uh-oh, here we go. He's using ECL. Is this the Poe? Into Sabine, take out the Disabling Fang. Oh, come on. Am I a Sabine player? Every time I watch Sabine, I feel like I should be a Sabine player, to be honest. I just love... It's such a good deck. This guy in chat thinks Frank sided out the Wreckers. That's wild. Dude, I swear to God I didn't pre-watch this. I swear to God. I swear, bro. Oh my God. And he's going to do it into Sabine and wipe out the R2. Wreckers are too slow. Interesting. Yeah, you kind of just want to use it on Poe regardless, huh? They do nothing after ECL. For sure, 100%. And if you're using it on the Poe, probably better. Kind of tired of Sabine. Dude, I feel you, Truong. I feel you, bro. Like, since set 1, I've been like, Sabine's been one of my hardest matchups always, because it's been such a good deck since the beginning of the game. But set 2 just really made it absolutely incredible. Chief Wub. Hey, dude, been watching for a few months. I took 16th, 5-2 with Cad Green, ECL, Chicago PQ. Our lists are a lot different, but you're like the only other player I know on Cad ECL. Bro, I love to hear about CAD ECL doing well. The Chicago PQ. I don't think I've seen any results from that. That happened not this weekend, but the last weekend, huh? Dude, good shit. Well, 5-2 is barely bubbling out of top cut. You barely missed top 8, bro. That's so sick. Good work. Love to see the CAD ECL. Literally, I lose to Sabine almost all the time, regardless. Any deck I use. Bro, tell me about it. Sabine is hard, man. Sabine is hard. Let's see, what did I miss? Yeah, he did exactly what I thought. He killed Sabine and then killed the R2. So we're getting into resource 6 here. Oh shit. Did he play? What did he do? Oh wait, never mind. That's not that crazy. For a second in my brain, I thought Fleet Lieutenant was unique for some reason. That was stupid. But he Fleet Lieutenant into Poe. This is looking... So Blake is kind of in the control mid-range position. He's trying to finish out the game by maintaining control of the board, whereas Frank just needs to jam damage. If Frank draws 4 cause, he's probably gonna win. He's probably gonna win this. 4 cause would be huge. Oh, it was this weekend. It was awesome. Quinlan ECL versus Quinlan Tarkentown was the finals. Oh, I did look at the top 8. That's right. The Quinlan ECL. My buddies on Sabine ECL were 6th and 3rd. Bro, that's so dope. That must have been such a fun time then. It's awesome to see your friends do well like that. Quinlan is actually a fun deck. Quinlan is cool. Quinlan was one of the decks I wanted to try. I almost tried it before CAD, but I shifted. I haven't made the shift to hero. I'm a villain guy through and through. I would consider Quinlan though. Quinlan ECL seems interesting. I tried tinkering with it. I almost played it. It was between Quinlan ECL and CAD ECL were the next decks I was going to try. R2 is going to look at the top card. Put it on the bottom. It's not a 4 cause. Throw it on the bottom. It's not a 4 cause. This is getting really tight. He needs a 4 cause here. Or some sort of Rebel Assault. Yeah, Poe tacks in. He's at 24. Oh my gosh, he's 1 action away from losing. Does he win this? I thought Frank won for some reason. Wow, he got blown out by Blake, actually. So that's so weird. That is so weird because in the results here, in the melee results, oh. Am I losing my mind? I swear to God, I thought Soldak was first here. Bro. What the fuck? Yeah, so Blake takes that. Good for him. That's awesome. It seems fun. I just really like green yellow villain. Played Boba Green for 9 months. Chief Wub Wub, I am right there with you. That's probably how you found my channel. Yeah, I'm the same way. I can't get off of yellow green villainy. No matter how hard I try. Oh, this is the 1K from... Oh, I was looking at the semifinals. Oh, duh. Oh my god. Okay, that explains it. Okay, now we can check out. Oh, day two's on Twitch, and I don't really like. I don't really like the watching it on Twitch. Just popping in, Fennec got some results, and I'm happy about that, dude. Fennec, I was shocked to see. Let's see, Fennec got second in the Torino PQ. Actually, this PQ here. That's actually a good segue. Ew, that's terrible. Let's open this in a new tab. It's probably gonna be in a different language anyway, huh?
Rai 4, così via.
Yeah. Let's go to, is this Fennec versus, what the hell is this? Top 4 is Fennec Tarkentown versus, what's his name? Hondo Yellow? What the hell? And one in Germany. Yeah, one in, let's see. Fennec, where are you? I want to watch this one as well. The Boss Green and Anakin Blue. Let's go to the finals on this, though, first. I don't know how Sabine can even win this, to be honest. Or Fennec, I mean. Sabine just seems so much more dominant. Sabine's probably the like, mid-range control deck in this matchup, because I think Fennec is probably more aggressive. Oh, it's under the Torino one. Yeah, Germany, Fennec, Tarkentown. 3-4. Played Palp Yellow. Wonder how that went. Yeah, we got some really interesting results. People are saying like, oh, Boba Ban, our meta's more spread out. But that seems crazy to me because I feel like the meta was still similar with Boba. I feel like there was a lot of Boba, but if you look at a lot of the top 8s, besides that like couple weekend span of where Boba Green was just like winning everything, the meta was very diverse, especially at the end of set 2, even with Boba. So it seemed, you know, it kind of feels like where Sabine ECL is right now and like Han Yellow is right now, that's where Boba was previously. Does that make sense? Is that crazy? It got diverse at one point, but still. Yeah, there was a lot of Boba. The biggest hint I have to thank you for was being willing to cut OB. I did that right before the PQ to show up my early game. Was a huge help. Really? So cutting Overwhelming Barrage was actually helpful to you. Okay. I've been trying to play around with utilizing it, but I haven't seen it perform very well. I think not having it is fine. Shore up. Okay, yeah. Ooh. Ooh, I feel like what the hell's that card called? Sentinel Ship. Bright Hope. Bright Hope is just wrecks this style of Fennec deck, I feel like. This is just going to absolutely clog up space, and there's nothing Fennec's going to be able to do about it. Maybe with some sort of key ambush play, but that's going to clog up space for sure. So they're both at 4. This is their Sabine / Fennec, both their leader flips. I haven't seen much from Fennec. So I don't know really what they're wanting to do in the Sabine match. I know for sure they're probably the aggro deck, though. I have one in the sideboard post PQ. In the late game against space heavy decks, they will have sent a lot of pings into their space units, you know? Yes. Yes, I think the only place for Overwhelming Barrage. My problem with Overwhelming Barrage. Yes, 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 yes. It's a late game card now. I think with my Boba ECL list, it was definitely like a mid game take over the board type of card. But now without, having a 4/7 flip on 5, there's not really a consistent good barrage target. So not having Boba hurts barrage in like our style of list. Oh, that's a huge medal ceremony. That's just GG right there, I think. That's a huge medal ceremony. Now it's a late game squeeze out a win card. Yeah, I think it would be really good against those like Space Tarkin Town decks. Um or even aggro to just like seal the deal. But it doesn't help take over the board as much as it used to in the mid game. Yeah, that was a big turn. Does Fennec come out at 5? I guess Fennec comes out at 5, huh? For some reason I thought she came out at 4. Yeah, this just seems over. I don't know. Space is blocked. And then the ground is just all Sabine right here. I don't know what Fennec could possibly do. Oh, smuggle out a smuggle out a Cassian. Interesting. Oh yeah, this is so over, dude. Wing leader. Yeah, he's scooping. Yeah, there's no shot. Fennec being a 5 deploy does not help. Yeah, definitely not. Now it's overwhelming. Save my ass from being barraged. Yes, that's what it is now. It's not as aggressive as it used to be. I liked the aggressive nature of it. Yeah, I could totally see myself not running it. Let's skip to the next game. Man, they took a while to sideboard, huh? That's like a full ass minute right there. Minute, 2 minutes. A-Wing versus Sabine. Going into turn 2. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Um, oof, oof. The wing leader on the Sabine is huge, but I'm sure Sabine ECL is not worried. A big ECL could just take out that buff Sabine. I got a special edition in my Fennec, one copy of Jessie, the 4/4 raid one that creates droids. It's a Sabine killer when she deploys. The 4/4 raid one that creates droids. So yes, you can ambush Jessie in, right? And that just straight up kills. Of course, the scenario is rare and a bit lucky. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about Fennec, though, is you can ambush some shit in that, you know, normally you wouldn't be able to unless you had ECL. So I do think, like, just because of how strong ambush is, I do think there is a place for Fennec. Um, it seems like it struggles against Sabine though, unless you get that crazy god play of Jesse ambush. I need to make sure. Yeah, so she ambushes in anything that costs 4 or less, right? Units that cost 4 or less. This game just seems so heavily favored to. Wait, so he deployed straight into a Sabine that's gonna kill it. He had resources up though. Why didn't he like dilly dally? I'm not there. I can't see their hands, but that seems like a weird play. Oh, you pay 1 for the ambush. That's right. Okay. That seems like a strange play. Is he just trying to like what did he think was going to happen? Like, he should have just played out. Wait. Okay, I'm so freaking confused. Are his resources tapped? What did he do? What's going on with his resources? The Sabine player. Are his resources tapped? Because then he attacks into there, and they just go to the next turn. Were those his tapped resources? That was weird. So maybe his only play was to bring out Sabine. Okay, ECL Poe. Kill the Fennec. Is he gonna deal damage to base? No, I don't think it's worth the discard here. So they're pretty even right now, actually. I had a buddy that was playing Fennec for a little bit. Oof, and his board's wiped out. We got a Wing Leader A-Wing on the other side. Ooh, this might go to the Fennec, actually. I gotta go, unfortunately. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Zors. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one, alright? Peace out, my dude. Ooh, the 4 the big 4 That's 4 damage, baby. I wish they were doing damage on base. I can't. They're not updating the stream damage or anything. I don't know how much damage is on the bases. Fennec deck is interesting. It really is. Thoughts on Mono Windu in the current meta? Now, I've only seen Mono Windu once at a local store, Justin. And the only thing I know about it is because I have a buddy here that plays Palp Green very consistently since this set. And he said he actually lost to a mono Mace. And he said Mace Windu was actually really tough for him. Yeah, he said mono Windu was really tough. Specifically because aggression kind of just wrecked him. I don't know. I know it was aggressive. It had aggression in it. It had like, the really good red hero units, and then Mace Windu comes out and kind of finishes the game. That's what it seems like, right? I don't know much about it, honestly. But yeah, I'm down to at some point jam some Carabas games. I was hoping to finish up some of these tournaments. This game's kind of boring, it seems, because we can't see the base health. Kind of annoying. So we don't even know where it's going. I think the Sabine wins, though. So I'm kind of over that. Dude, I mean, yeah, if I'm streaming and you pop in and we can set up a game, I could just show you, let you know the title of my game or whatever. You join that, I'd be like Justin Melfi only or something like that. Join that, It's easy. Doesn't have to be too crazy. But let's see, what was another top game I wanted to see, or that we could see? This is SCG. These are the PQs. There was one more video that we could watch. Oh, it was Han Yellow versus Quinlan Tarkentown. And actually, this semifinals might be interesting. Funny, my tag is my name here. Yeah, dude, same. Mine's just Jake Shell. Let's open this in YouTube. I want to see what semifinal game they have going on. Ooh, I like the camera here. We don't have to worry about the announcers in our face. So this is Sabine versus Quinlan Tarkentown. Go ahead and check this game out. Quinlan Tarkentown seems favored in this matchup. Am I right on that? So they're both just going, you know, they got their aggro stuff out. Turn 2. Swinging at base. They're just building boards. They're racing, baby. They're racing. Good old classic race. Take out the red 3. That makes sense. Let's see. Fleet Lieutenant attacks. Oh, he's going straight aggro right now. Quinlan's got to be able to stop this shit. Oh, yeah. Honestly, this is tough. He's already got to answer units, and he can't. Yo, Justin, thanks for the subscription, bro. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. All these aggro players must be really hungry for tacos. Yes, dude. There's been a lot of aggro players here. This is my username from when I was 8. Mr. Kylo? Rather have a username than my name. Mr. Kylo 8. You were 8. Dude, the Swifty. Are you the Swifty? Mr. Kylo, so you were 8. Yo, Mr. Kylo and Mr. V. Got 2 Misters subscribing. Really appreciate you guys. Hell yeah. Which Swifty? WoW Swifty? No way. Did we just have a... Wait. Oh, okay. I was like, did we just have a World of Warcraft reunion here? Is there a Swifty that plays World of Warcraft? No, I don't. I don't know the Swifty from World of Warcraft. That's funny, though. Dude, so I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. You were 8 when the sequel trilogy came out. Just give away Razor Naga Mices, hence the YouTube channel from when I was 8. Wait. I'm so fucking confused. I'm so confused. Mister, how did you have... Let's just watch Star Wars. That's fair. I'm not even paying attention to this game at this point. It looks like... Oh, shit. Wait, we just missed game 1. Okay, so Sabine took game 1. This game's looking a lot tighter, actually. I tried to build Anakin Cunning. I honestly have doubts Sabine is any good. Wait. You don't think Sabine is good? Interesting. So Kylo, real quick. Yeah, Kylo is definitely more aggressive. But that also makes it a little bit more linear, I think. So Sabine has more legs in mid-range to later game. I think Kylo probably has the most aggressive style, right? And I think, you know, he does that one thing. He's like, I'm just going to beat your face until you're dead. Right, because your Kylo could get blown up a lot easier than Sabine. That's why I think it's easier to stop. But I think Kylo's very good as well. Sabine is just a completely different style of aggro. I think Sabine is like a mid-range deck compared to Kylo. You wiped him with your aggressions. Aggression's a good card. Okay, so this game's even, but Quinlan's got the Falcon out. And he's about to flip his Quinlan here. Surprise strike. Damn! Oh, this is getting down to it. Oh, did he just Rebel Assault? No. Oh, no, for the win. Wait. 6, 7, 8. 24. Oh, no, he miscalculated. Oh, no. He miscalculated the Rebel Assault. And he's just going to discard the 4 cause. Oh, did he miscalculate? Oh, no. You could tell he was frustrated there. Wait. It's 1-1, right? So they flipped over to the other game while they're sideboarding. Out blue versus Han yellow. This is heavily favored by Han yellow. This is heavily favored by Han yellow. Here comes a DJ. It looks like he's already been DJ'd too. Oh yeah, that's a DJ. Oh, don't do it to him. Don't do it to him. Ooh. Yeah, DJ just fucking obliterates Palp. Yeah, this is over. He's at 7 though. He's just not gonna be able to Palp flip. Oh, and they're back to this game. Okay. So yes, it's 1-1. Sabine had to scoop. He realized he miscalculated on that Rebel Assault. That sucks. He was 1 point off. And then you're probably thinking earlier in the game, like, okay, when did I decide not to use Sabine's ability? Right? When did I decide not to use my leader ability to damage his base? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I've seen a lot of people running this that clone trooper. What are they called? The guy with the jetpack. He's 1-3 with raid 1. I didn't think he was that great, but a lot of people are running him now. I'm curious why. He's a 1 cost, I guess, huh? So, okay, that's probably good against Quinlan. Because Quinlan probably runs a lot of 2 costs. So it's probably really good. A good turn 1 play is to just run an R2 and a Quinlan. Got it. Figured it out. Add 2. If you could drop an R2 and that trooper. Interesting. Okay. I think we got it. So then your turn 1 play doesn't automatically get blown out by Tarkentown. You'll still have a unit. Okay, I'm with it. I'm with the new Sabine tech. I imagine Falcon is just so tough here. Oh, he's Tarkentowning the R2. I'm curious about that decision. I guess who do you save Tarkentown for then? Do you wait till the end of the game to save it for like a Poe? Or a Wrecker? Or do you just hope that you have a different answer for it? Interesting. I feel like that's something that with any of these Tarkentown decks, I feel like when to use your Tarkentown is such an integral part of understanding that deck and the matchups. Oh, the Protocol. The pre-roll ad is crazy, Jake. That's not me, dude. That's Twitch. I hate Twitch for it. There's nothing I can do to change that. So I apologize if you're watching on Twitch. I've been so mad at Twitch lately. This also must be why you didn't respond to the group chat. What? Somebody calling me out in the group chat? Yes, if you're saying something in the group chat. You actually take the pre-roll ad away. I just have to look at how to do it. This is Tim, by the way. Yo, Tim, what's up, dude? I love seeing you in the chat. That's amazing. Yeah, I stream on YouTube and Twitch, so I honestly, I mess with my YouTube stuff a little more. I didn't realize they added a way to take away the pre-roll. I know it was locked in for a while. But yeah, if you tell me how to do that, I'll take that shit away right away. Okay, yeah, see you on YouTube then. It's the same name and everything. YouTube's funny, I can't change my name. Yeah, I wonder why you can't change that. I thought you could. You know, honestly, I might just stop streaming on Twitch as well, if everybody would just rather come over to YouTube. Okay, back in the game. I'm zoned in. Let's see. It's 10 to 10, 10 to 11. This is a very tight game. But Sabine has a Darksaber, so it's kind of over. There were a ton of complaints on the huge streamer channels about it, so there's a way to do it. I saw a thing on it a while ago. I just don't remember. Well, I can figure it out. I'll see on YouTube as well. I'll figure it out and I'll take that shit off because I cannot stand those pre-roll ads. I'm not trying to nickel and dime my viewers. Tim, what's up, dude? This is from Atlas Games Planetary Qualifier. Where was this? This was in Iowa. We're watching the semifinals here. Tim the Tap Man, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Ban Koi. Alright, if you insist. You also you are the host of my weekly events, so I will do whatever you say. Okay, so we're at 17 damage on Quinlan's base. Quinlan is out and ready to fucking fight. I don't know how he stops Sabine with a Darksaber. Sabine's gonna come down and deal 8 next turn. First action, just claim, deal 8. Right? 7. My bad. It's not gonna be enough. So he needs like a surprise strike or daring raid or for a cause. I'm feeling a for a cause. I'm feeling a swing with Sabine and a for a cause. You have to have the for a cause. Christian, what's up? Good to see you, man. Love the tournament video. Hey, thank you so much. It kind of popped off more than I expected, so I appreciate that people enjoyed it. Got a lot of subscribers from it too, so it's been really, really cool. Boy's basically permabanned from the store for his shenanigans. Joking, of course. No, Mr. Kylo. Koi's great. Swifty's great. Hey, now. Okay, so this is an interesting setup here. Sabine literally has to have for a cause or daring raid to finish this game. If he does not, then Quinlan is just going to win. He has lethal on board. I'm not at 100 plus bans yet. It was linked in the K2D Discord. Oh, my video was. Oh, yes. My buddy did that. I'm not in the KTOD Discord, but I have my infiltration. Ooh, Tim, you've been mulling over my list for a bit, deciding if I want to go back to Daddy Caddy for Pasadena or take what I've been playing for a bit of an unknown factor. Dude, honestly, Cad Green is an unknown factor as well. I think that's what I was asking about in the group chat. Oh, just now? Oh yeah. Well, let's talk about it here. Yeah, my list, my most recent list is on. I can link it in the group chat, but my most recent list is on my last video, my 1K video. But yeah, I think it's a great list, and if you want to run it, we can talk about it Tuesday for sure when I show up at CCC. So, why did he concede? Did he? So the Sabine lost, or did he for a cause? I can't see off board. I think he for caused. Oh no, he just dropped his hand. That was weird. I don't know how that ended. So small changes to the list going up to 51 for a timely and trimmed a couple slots for 2 barrage in the board. Yeah, I think barrage. Yeah, I think barrage is a good call. Um, I've been trying to figure out how to fit it, but it's been tough. I haven't been seeing it perform really. I don't think you can link on YouTube, but if you send it in the group chat, I'll see it. Yeah, I'm down. I'd love to check it out. Thrawn, did he have Poe? I think that's what they were talking about. I think that's what happened, actually. Um, discard to deal 2 to base. I think that's what happened, Thrawn. I think that's why he can. The Quinlan just kind of conceded. But I wasn't able to see. I didn't see he had a Poe in his hand. Oh damn! This Alpie's in a bad position. It seems a lot of damage on base. Mr. Kylo, always want 3 barrage if you can play barrage now. You would think. You would think. I one of the first things I did when I started playing CAD ECL was take out barrages from my Boba list to my CAD list. So gosh, I feel like I could make a whole video about deciding about barrage. So I think the main thing in Cad Bane, so I'm comparing it to my Boba ECL list, right? If we just went 1 for 1 with how I played Boba ECL versus how I play Cad ECL, the biggest thing is how inconsistent barrage is in CAD. Okay, so if you don't have a good unit, a good target on 5 resources, which is very common in the list that I have, you might not have a good target on 5 resources. You might still have a bunch of little guys. The thing about Boba is that he was able to flip on turn 5. Then you could slap a barrage on Boba, making him a 6/9, and then dealing 6 damage and clearing the board. You can't do that as consistently with CAD. You can't do that really at all with CAD, it seems. The only real line is if you get like a great now. There are 2 of them into like a Zuckuss, and then you get like next turn you get another card, and then you barrage on 5 or 6. I haven't really seen the consistency in the barrage lines in Cad Bane yet, but I am working on it. I am trying to find a way to put it in because I think it is just too good of a card not to include. It's tough. It's really tough. But as I was talking with another guy who runs Cad Bane, he's not in the chat anymore. He had to take off, but earlier let's see, was it my guy Chief Wub Wub? Yeah, he was talking about Cad Bane and how he took out his barrages, and um, it felt really good actually. And he was talking about the same thing, is you can't play it in the mid game as consistently, but it is like a late game card that could just like swing the game in your favor. Tim, I played Barrage in my CAD list before in the main. Yeah, for sure. It is hard to make room in the main, but I tried it at a local last Friday. I'm probably gonna try it on Tuesday still. Um, it is really just a late game card anymore. It doesn't do this. It doesn't have the same effect against aggro, I don't think. I do want to try it again, but it has seemed less consistent in CAD. But the other thing you have to think about is like with CAD, you're pinging a lot more. So you might not even need that damage, right? Like with CAD, you're kind of wanting their board clear every single play. So your ambush targets are kind of clearing their units 1-for-1, or even 2-for-1 if you get a good ping off. And then McClunky can kind of clear the board the same way that Barrage can. 3 damage to this guy, and then I'm gonna ping 1 over there. You know what I mean? Like, and it costs 1. So I think those kind of things make it less desirable. Headless isn't as aggressive with trading early since you're not on Cloud Riders or Crumbs. No Boba or Toro either. That's another thing I've been considering is putting Boba back in. Because I'm running the Black Sun Starfighter, but I think Boba unit is just better. And that's probably exactly why my Sabine match is so difficult. That's probably exactly right. And this is why you should play CAD, so we could talk about it. Okay, I don't really want to watch this. I think the Han's just going to take this, no doubt. And then we have Han and... Okay, sorry guys, goodbye. Wait, Quinlan won, dude! Oh! So Sabine must not have had 1 damage to deal. And the Quinlan ended up taking that. Wow, Quinlan Tarkentown and Han Solo Yellow in the finals. This is an actual interesting matchup. I was goldfishing last night a bit, and the Xanadu Blood loops are disgusting. Dude, yes! Xanadu Blood is one of my favorite cards. It is so good. It is so good. And it's such a good ECL target if you need it. You can ECL, like, this doesn't come up often. I haven't seen Fire Spray in, like, decades, it feels like. But you can ECL in and kill a Fire Spray and survive. So, can he deal with the turn 1 liberated slaves into a tech? Oh my gosh, lots of 5 health freaking baddies coming out. Cartel locking would piss me off so much. Yeah, dude. And Bazine, just getting your Bazine back and slamming it, that shit's nuts too. Seems like all the Han Yellows lately are on liberated slaves instead of Ezra. Oh, I hate not being able to see up there. See, he's looking for his smuggles. Oh, he's going to kill that Grogu. That's his plan. Falcon comes down. That's the first damage to base. Wow. What's he gonna do? Spark a Rebellion. Okay. Ezra dies to ping Tarkentown. Yes, okay. That makes so much sense. That sucks for Ezra. I do think making room for 1 and 2 timely might be important, so you have extra ECLs, even if it means going up to 51. I've never ever liked timely. I feel like when I think about timely intervention, I know like, dang, this is a really good card, being able to ambush in something. But I think the only, I guess timely on a Cad Bane unit would be good. Timely on Zuckuss obviously would be really good. Timely is interesting, but I can't. That seems like a tough one for me. It's already so hard to find space for everything. So it looks like this is going to be the Han turn and the Quinlan turn. I do love burning ECL early, and then you're able to get the timely off later. I'm also fine with burning ECL early because I have Forlom, Bosk, and Maul on the back end. Zuckuss doesn't necessarily need to come down with ECL because you do have the Forlom combo, so just adding 1 and going to 51, that's what I did. Hey, I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. Oh, there we go. They're moving the camera. This seems like it's already getting into too late of game for Quinlan. So Quinlan hasn't come out yet. But Han's about to come out. And he's going to attempt to get off a 7 resource card here. Possibly a DJ or a Han Solo. I don't know which one would be better. Probably Han Solo unit, right? Oh, he's just going to deal it to Han. Not a bad move. Han goes to base. Let's see what 7 drop he's about to play. Han dies, but he can still play that 7 drop. Is it a DJ? Oh. Zori. I didn't know she smuggles for 7, huh? I haven't really seen her much. This looks kind of bad for Han, but I don't know what he would need to finish this. Probably some Cunnings. Cunnings would be nice, right? Han Yellow is just so good, and it has such a good good matchup into most things in the meta. Except for Cad Bane, ECL is nasty against it. I've been pretty dominant against my Han Yellow matches. And I think that puts Cad ECL in a really good spot here, because Han Yellow, we're going to see a lot of that. I just got to really figure out the Sabine ECL matchup. I honestly think even just having Bobas and maybe like No Good to Me Dead. What do you guys think of Grievous? Leader or unit? I like Grievous leader a lot. And unit. I think they're both good, but I think I think his ability is amazing. And I think if you bring out a 4-8 on turn 6 and you pop a wheel bike on him, he's unstoppable. I'd say the only thing hurting him is there's not that many like really impressive droids yet. I think he just needs more really good droids in like yellow. Yeah, I think he just needs some more good droids. Like the reason something like Cad Bane is so good is because the Underworld cards are so freaking good. You know. Well, speaking of Grievous showcase, I have a Grievous showcase as well that I got graded. 10, baby. Pretty sexy. This is one of my favorite showcases from the set, actually. Grievous is dope. No, I pulled this and I got it graded. Pulled it from a random prize pack. Okay, I just missed a lot. Han just quickly took over the board and is slamming damage. Holy shit. Yeah, it looks like Han's taking this for sure. Han can push damage, man. Not sure it's a 10 anymore. Have you been playing with it? I mean, as long as he's been keeping it like in a secure spot, there's no reason it couldn't be a 10. Yeah, why wouldn't it be a 10 anymore? As long as it didn't get all dinged up, you know? Box things. Okay, tight fit in the crate from the pods. Okay, interesting. Oh, it came out curved. I don't think foil curvature affects the grading. I don't think that matters. I think it's really just like nicks and scratches and stuff on the card itself. And centering, of course, of the art. So how well the art was printed on it. Wow, and then the Quinlan just quickly takes back over the board. I'm very curious about this matchup. Who's the aggro deck here? A guy got a showcase at MTL PQ. On 2 showcase had a defect from the print blade. That sucks, dude. Yeah, a lot of it is just how good it was printed. You know? If it's a good print, and it has no nicks, it's likely to get a 10, but they could really fuck up the print and screw you out of a 10. Okay, this is quickly turning into a game here. I think Han has too much HP. I don't think if he can take it first action of next phase, if he has like a surprise strike or something, he just takes this. Or a hot shot blaster, more likely, right? Didn't want to switch, which is unfortunate, but understandable. Yeah, he has the surprise strike. He takes it. Wow. Very close game. Very tight game at the end there. I think ultimately Han Yellow is really just an aggro deck that has like strong legs against control. Like late game grindy decks, you know, that are supposed to beat aggro. You end up not being able to beat Han Yellow because of his tech DJ shenanigans. It's such an interesting deck. I think it's so good. Yeah, no, it's so good into control. Yeah, that's the thing. It's an aggro deck that can keep you off of 8 resources that just prevents you from playing Super Laser Blast. And that's one thing that I think my deck really thrives on is like my deck's pretty aggressive as well. And I can just stop control from having their answers with my Bazines or Relentless in the sideboard or whatever, right? Or Xanadu Blood, as Swifty knows. Xanadu Blood can also prevent you from playing Super Laser Blast. If you guys, yeah. And if you guys watched my last video, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out that video. I'd really appreciate it. I think it's pretty good. Classic couple turn 1 plays. We got a hyperspace foil DJ coming out turn 1, which is pretty dope. That's the nuts thing about Han is like, oh, okay, let me just play a 3-5 on turn 1. Yes, please. I'm an aggro deck that can play a 3-5 turn 1. And, you know, gosh, I really should try Boba back in the list because just having a 3-5 is so strong, especially being able to blaster a 3-5. Like, oh, having Boba would also make Barrage stronger as well. So that's something to consider as well. I think my only problem with Boba unit is that my turn 2 lines are going to be either ramp or now there are 2 of them. And so there's a lot of competition in the turn 2 play. But Boba's also like a good 6 resource play. Drop a Boba, Hotshot Blaster your CAD. Like that's a really good play. Boba's really, really strong. Lights out. Hey, first time live stream viewer. Great video on the CAD deck. Unfortunately for me, I faced 3 CAD ECL decks in the Chicago PQ as Bean. Got smoked by 2 of them. Very strong deck. You played against 3 CAD ECLs? Oh my gosh, you might have played against my boy, I don't know his name, but Chief Wubwub in the chat. He was talking about how he ran CAD ECL and he went 5-2 in the Chicago PQ. That's hilarious. And he's running, yeah, that's hilarious. He's also a viewer of the channel. Dang, that's crazy. That's tough. 3 CAD ECLs. I'm curious. I'm really curious what lines they played to beat you. There were only 3 of them, and I played all 3. What luck, dude. That's nuts. Yeah, I'm really curious about those games because I honestly hate playing against Sabine ECL. You might have beaten me if I was there. What were some of the biggest things that kind of just GG'd the game? Like, what was one significant play you remember from each of those losses that just you couldn't come back from? Okay, so we have a 5-5 DJ and Akira that just stopped whatever play he wanted. I think this is gonna be over quickly. Han's coming out freaking aggressive, dude. Also, by the way, appreciate you being a first-time stream viewer. I try to stream as much as possible, and I really enjoy hanging out with my viewers in the chat, and I think it's a fun environment. And I love that you loved the CAD deck. I was immediately focused on the PQ part, but thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and your love for that video. I'm wondering if that video could have prepped you at all for those CAD matchups. Not being able to clear turn 1 Crafty into now there are 2 Zuckuss. Ooh. It was Overwhelming Barrage on a unit I couldn't clear. Okay, so Overwhelming Barrage did do it. So maybe that's why I'm struggling so bad against Sabine, because Overwhelming Barrage is not in my deck. But I definitely know a lot about the now there are 2 of them into Zuckuss. That's very good against Sabine. Because then I could just race you, right? I'm sure the CAD ECL just started racing you after that. Turn 2 Zuckuss is hard to race against, especially because it threatens Sabine. So yeah, that's a really strong play. And there's really nothing Sabine can do about it, unfortunately. Man, these games are really spicy. I'm not paying attention, but we got Quinlan, Cassian, Ezra, and a Bodhi, and a very glary card. I think that's Kira. It was a race. I did clear it eventually, but it was too late. Oh yeah, dude. If you have to wait till you get your ECL Poe or Wrecker out to clear it, like, that's gonna be GG. Okay, Quinlan's taking over the board again. We got a Falcon on the Han side. Oh man, there's so many Quinlan units. Oh, this might go to 3. Who does he have out? I can't see the glare. Who does he? Oh, Han leader. Oh, they're just racing, dude. They are racing. If he gets a cunning, though, it's GG. Oh, I see a cunning in his resource pile. If he can get a cunning, he can win. I don't think he wins without cunning, though. They're both just discarding each other's hands with Spark Rebellion. The yellow hero mirror match. Kira's and oh, that'd be so annoying. Just Kira and freaking Spark Rebellion back and forth. I think Quinlan's gonna seal the deal here. As long as he can maintain control of the board and not take a surprise strike hit or a cunning hit. Does he have the gas to finish this? Or will the Han be able to sneak in a victory here? He has a cunning and resource. Okay, another spark. Oof. This is looking bad for Han. Oh! Did I call it or what? Hold on. So this is literally GG right here. Why is he even thinking about? Yeah, just slap the cunning and win. Dude, that's crazy. Cunning is nuts. The fact that Quinlan worked so damn hard to maintain control of the board, but it was just not enough because of how freaking oppressive Han Yellow is. They could just come out and be like, you have 5 units on board, and you're probably going to have lethal next turn. We're just going to play cunning and win now. Dude, there was nothing he could do about that. Zori Bliss is a sweet cunning target too. Because it's a 4/7. It's hard to take out. So that was Iowa. Han Yellow and the Quinlan Tarkin Town. We saw a lot of Han Yellows. I really want to watch this game. But unfortunately there's no YouTube link to it. I would have liked to watch this game too. I imagine Sabine was just able to rush him down. No problem. The thing about the yellow-blue hero or the yellow-blue villain deck. 2 of my cat opponents both finished 5-2, so I probably played the guy that watches your streams. Yo, my guy, let's go. That's awesome. That's awesome. Maybe you guys will be in the chat at the same time at some point and can talk about it. If you see him in the chat, he's I keep forgetting. Chief Wub Wub. Yeah. You'll see him pop up, Chief Wub Wub. That's hilarious. A couple of rivals in the chat. But the thing about this matchup, Django Blue versus the Spiny CL. Yellow-blue villain usually struggles against aggro. But my guy Ethan, who's on this deck, he runs it very, very unit heavy. And he can really stop you early. Like, he plays a lot of units. And I think that's what makes this list so interesting, is like how like just how, what's the word, dynamic it is, right? And if you see him play, like, he'll have games where he looks like he's just a blue control deck and he just mills you out. And it's like he doesn't have any units, he just milled you out. But he'll also have games where he has complete control of the board and he has like 5 units out and he's just smacking face. I think that's what makes a deck like this so interesting. But yeah, mad props to my guy here. This was the Nebraska PQ. This is the guy that won the PQ on Cad Blue? Yes, indeed. This is a buddy of mine. And I want to get him on the channel for a video. Him and this is his good friend on Han Yellow. They're both very good players. But yeah, I imagine a lot of people are talking about this deck right now. And so I'm really excited to get an exclusive interview if I can. He hasn't responded to me yet, though. Not to that, at least. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this deck. I think it's really cool. Yeah. And I also think it's really cool that like everybody's on Cad Red, right? And I think it's really cool that, you know, there's also things like, oh, what about Cad Blue? What about Cad Green? Why isn't anybody playing Cad Green, right? It sounds like Chicago had a big, you know, I mean 3 people, a big Cad Green presence, but still, I don't think very many people are playing it, and I'm surprised by it. Everybody's got tunnel vision on red, on Tarkentown, you know. Let's see, where's Chicago? Oh, is Chicago even here? That was the weekend before, huh? Yeah, this was a different weekend. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We didn't look at SCG CON Day 2, the 2K. I really wanted to see this Han Yellow mirror. Chicago was yesterday? What the hell? Why is there no Chicago here? Oh. Oh my god. Is it this one? Yeah, Chicago, Illinois. They're showing all of the states, and I'm just like, where's Chicago? Yeah, this was the one. We talked about this. My bad, chat. We talked about this. Yeah, and I didn't yellow squeaked in. Han won green. This seemed like such a sweet meta, dude. This seemed like such a sick meta. Let's see. So Damian Hill, that's who you played. So whenever you played Damian Hill. So my chatter, let's see, let's go round 5. Cad was second highest represented leader in Chicago, right behind Sabine, 3 ECL, 1 Cad Blue, rest Cad Tarkentown. Yeah, Cad Tarkentown's been showing up a lot, dude. And no Cad Reds in the top. Oh wait, no, I take that back. There was one. I'm trying to see when you matched with him. You did play Damien. Oh, great guy. I love to hear that. That's awesome. I love to hear that my chatters are cool people. That's always nice. But yeah, Quinlan ECL took it. We looked at the list and it was a very cool list. And you said your buddy was on the 2 Sabine ECLs? That's so cool. They got top 8. Good for them. Good for them. Let's see. So we've been on for a couple hours. I wish, you know, ultimately, guys, I wish I could talk more about the events. I feel like we covered them pretty good. We watched some of the games. It was a fun time. I really appreciate those of you joining that join. Really appreciate the subscriptions. You guys have been awesome lately, man. It's been a really cool ride. But I'm gonna have to go. It's about 9 o'clock here. I am done with winter break, so I have to go back to work tomorrow, unfortunately. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's go back to work. But yeah, I wish I could just play Carabast all night right now. I will be posting at least another video this week and doing at least 2 live streams this week. I don't know exactly when yet, but you're just gonna have to subscribe and see when I pop on. It'll definitely be in the evening at some point, after 5 p.m. PST. I do want to get a consistent stream schedule down. I know that's important to me to be consistent. So I will be posting a stream schedule at some point eventually. I usually post them in the community tab on YouTube. So if you go to my channel and you hit over to the community tab, you'll see my stream schedules. Probably won't have one this week, but next week, once I get into a groove with work and you know, things like that, I'll be able to post a consistent schedule. But anyway, thanks for joining, guys, and thanks for chatting about this weekend's tournament. And yeah, you guys are the best. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'll see y'all